Live and on demand from the WNY News Now studios in downtown Jamestown. This is WNY News Now.
And thanks for joining us for WNY News Now. I'm Justin Gould. Happening now, Jamestown police are asking for the public's help in identifying an overnight robbery suspect. Plus, a local felon is going back to prison. But first, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter is standing by with a live look at our weather. Hey, Dakota.
Hey Justin, and happy Monday everybody. And it is a wet Monday. You can see the Sky Vision camera from the Mill Creek Mall. Behind me you can see the raindrops falling on the camera lens here, and they've picked up a little more than 1/10 of an inch of rain so far today. That's a total that starts at midnight. You can see it here on the radar. This is the rain that's coming our way, and again, this is going to be on again, off again type of rain. I don't think it's going to be all day rain, but there will be some on again, off again rain showers through the southern tier throughout the day today, and temperatures really cooler for that matter. We were in the 80s yesterday. In fact, here is where we were yesterday. 82 was the official high at the Jamestown airport. That was 1 degree shy of the record. The record was 83. The record for today is 85, set back in 1961, and officially no rain gauge so far at the airport. And in terms of the foliage, this is still from last week. The new update on this is not going to come out until tomorrow. But again, you can see here it's nearing peak already up in the Adirondacks. So that's the place to be right now if you want to see the colors. So hour by hour here, a few rain showers, maybe a few rumbles of thunder through the afternoon. Temperatures upper 60s throughout the day, but this is a typical fall-like day, and will we see any more warmth? I'll have that in the full forecast later in the show. Justin?
All right, Dakota, looking forward to it. Thank you. Our top story, Jamestown police are asking for the public's help in identifying this man who allegedly robbed the West 3rd Street Quick Fill early this morning. Jamestown police say the suspect is believed to be of large build, is possibly a black male standing 6 feet tall to 6 feet and 2 inches tall. He's believed to weigh around 275 pounds. Now, police report the man entered the store with a knife at 1:38 in the morning. He then threatened the clerk and made off with proceeds from the establishment. The suspect was last seen wearing a bright yellow t-shirt with dark long-sleeved shirt underneath it. He also had on dark-colored jogging pants with white shoes. Now, during the robbery, the suspect also had a black stocking covering most of his face. Jamestown police ask anyone who may have seen the man or recognize him or have information on the case to contact them at 716-483-7537, or you can leave a tip at 716-483-TIPS. The number again is 716-483-8477. Police say all calls to them are kept confidential. And a Jamestown man was charged after allegedly driving while intoxicated over the weekend on Baker Street Extension in the town of Bust-I. Lakewood Bust-I police tell us that 23-year-old Jesse Young was pulled over for allegedly driving at a high rate of speed on Saturday night. After speaking with Young, officers determined he was allegedly intoxicated. Furthermore, police say they found open containers of alcohol and a small amount of marijuana inside his vehicle. Police say Young's New York State driver's license was also revoked. He is now facing several charges in the case. Young is also scheduled to appear in the town of Bust-I court coming up at a later date. And a City of Jamestown man pled guilty to being a felon in possession of a firearm and an amount of ammunition in a Buffalo courtroom. The U.S. Attorney's Office reports that 38-year-old William Graham, you see here, could face a maximum penalty of 10 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. In October 2018, during the execution of a state search warrant at his residence on Foote Avenue in Jamestown, police recovered 2 firearms, ammunition, 2 magazines, a scope, a Kevlar vest, and a quantity of methamphetamine. At the time of the search warrant, Graham was a 2-time convicted felon. As a result, he was legally prohibited from possessing firearms and ammunition. Sentencing is scheduled to take place in January 2020. And a City of Jamestown resident running for City Council held a meet and greet event this past weekend where he joined several volunteers to fix up one of his neighbors' homes. Republican candidate for Jamestown City Council Ward 5, Grant Olson, told WNY News Now that one of the main reasons for hosting Saturday's event was to bring pride back to Jamestown's neighborhoods.
We got to bring back some Jamestown pride. My project here that we're working on today is painting my neighbor's house. You know, that builds upon one of my core ideas, which is to revitalize some of the neighborhoods We've had a lot of money dumped into our downtown, and our downtown's doing great. But we can't forget about, can't forget about the neighborhoods and the communities that make up this city.
Now, Olson thanked Everyday's True Value for donating paint for the project. Coming up, Olson and running mate Brittany Spry will be hosting an event titled Coffee with Candidates at Crown Street Roasting Company. He says details will be posted soon on his Facebook page. He's running against incumbent Democrat Councilwoman Maria Jones in this fall's election. Well, good Monday to all of you. Thanks so much for joining us here on WNY News Now. Saying hello to Corey. Hopefully you are doing well. He chimes in here about this story. He says, I love to paint, wouldn't mind helping with this project. And it seems like that's what Olson wants a lot of neighbors to come out and say, is that, hey, we're willing to lend a hand to help spruce up some of these neighborhoods here in the Jamestown area. Hello to David as well. Hopefully you're doing well. Heather, good to see you. Dave Norberg joining us. Hopefully you're doing good. Corey, hello. Andrew, Lori, Pam, and Tabby are all here with us. Hello to all of you. Happy Monday. Hopefully you're staying warm today, because it certainly is the first day of fall and it's feeling like it. Coming up, how local officials are trying to fix a stretch of New York State roads before it's too late. But first, Chautauqua County's Bomb Squad has received a big grant. Dakota.
A live look at the HD News Now cam. You can see the clouds overhead. Right now we're at 67. There's a healthy southwest wind of 13 miles per hour, and it is the first day of fall, as Justin mentioned. Will there be any more warmer temperatures? We'll talk about it next as WNY News Now continues in a minute, so don't go away.
Live and on demand, you're watching WNY News Now.
I've walked my talk. I've brought officials to meet the community. It should be a government by the people, for the people. I've stood alone to represent the citizens of the city for transparency, accountability, and fiscal responsibility. My values haven't changed. I stand for you. Vote November 5th. Liuzzo for mayor.
Want weather now? Download the WNY News Now mobile app and stay up to date on severe weather alerts. Plus, anytime hazardous weather strikes, stick with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network that keeps you safe. You're all in a tornado warning, so now is the time to go to a safe place, small room, lowest floor, near the center, away from windows. What are you waiting for? Download the WNY News Now mobile app today. It's free in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer, plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
Happening now, Chautauqua County's Bomb Squad is one of 12 local FBI-accredited bomb squads in New York State to receive funding to locate and prevent potential emergencies caused by improvised explosive devices, also known as IEDs. New York State Governor Andrew Cuomo announced last week the state secured a total of $2 million in federal Homeland Security grant funding for the program. The governor says in addition to improve equipment and advanced training, funding will be used by local bomb squad teams to enhance and improve coordination with law enforcement organizations, including specialty teams such as tactical and explosive detonation, canine, and regional partners. The grant also requires local bomb squads to collaborate with other squads in the region, which is based on FBI regions, to reveal capabilities, identify gaps, and develop spending plans for bomb squad funding. Now, furthermore, squads in each region must come to a consensus on their respective spending plans, which are closely coordinated with their FBI special agent bomb technician to ensure that funding are being used in the most efficient and effective way possible. In total, more than $21 million in dedicated Homeland Security funding has been awarded to New York State bomb squads over the past consecutive 13 years. Well, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says a Trump administration plan to crack down on flavored e-cigarettes has too many loopholes and won't do enough good to keep kids from getting hooked on them. Schumer argues companies can reintroduce their kid-friendly flavors to the market with sign-off from the Food and Drug Administration.
The administration's general lean to favor industry over consumers, there's a legitimate fear, a real fear, that this ban may not be a ban at all, with exception after exception after exception.
Now, last week, a lawmaker in Chautauqua County announced he'll be pushing a motion that supports a permanent ban on the sale and distribution of flavored e-cigarettes. The motion, just days after New York became the first state to ban the sale of flavored use in e-cigarettes. Now, although the emergency regulation will expire in 90 days unless it's renewed, the Trump administration plan comes amid an outbreak of vaping-related illnesses among children. Nationwide now, health officials are investigating hundreds of cases of serious breathing illnesses in people who use e-cigarettes and other vaping devices. And Congressman Tom Reed says he's willing to mediate between New York State and the Seneca Nation with the hope of speeding up repairs to New York State's thruway. In a statement to the media, the congressman says the Senecas are willing to allow the state on the reservation to fix the I-90. In August, elected officials from across Chautauqua and Cattaraugus counties joined Congressman Reed to call on New York to fix the state's crumbling infrastructure. Specifically, Reed says the governor has failed to address road conditions in the areas that surround the Seneca Nation. Citing the possibility of injury to motorists and damage to vehicles, the congressman served the governor and other DOT officials with a formal letter of defective conditions. New York State's Thruway Authority did respond to Reed's claims almost a month later in a letter from the Thruway Authority's executive director. They say they've been frustrated with the multiple attempts to secure permission to do the work. The Seneca Nation maintains that they have not prevented the state from working on the roads, but rather the state seems uninterested in working with them. Well, say goodbye to summer. It's the official start of fall, y'all. The autumn equinox began around 3:50 a.m. today. Now, with football, mild weather, the gorgeous change in leaves nature offers, there's so much to love about this season. But millions of people suffer from fall allergies, and they have a very different story to tell. How can allergy sufferers find relief from these symptoms? Holly Frather has more in today's Health Minute.
Ann Corbett loves the fall, walking, hiking, camping, and tailgating.
Sometimes that's been really tough because of my allergies, because just standing outside can make them happen.
Since her teens, year-round allergies slowed her down. In fall, a major culprit, ragweed. In addition, mold spores can often be found on fallen leaves, and as a result,
it's very common for people who have year-round allergies to have worsening of their symptoms during the fall as well as spring.
Dr. Alan Redding tells patients there are some steps they can take that can help, including buying HEPA air filters, using a saline nasal spray, avoiding raking or bagging leaves if they have a sensitivity to mold, or using a mask. And
if they need to work outdoors or spend significant amounts of time outdoors, it's best that they do that later in the day.
Redding says these tips may help with mild symptoms, but see a board-certified allergist if symptoms are more severe, like in Ann's case. She started on allergy shots almost 2 years ago. The immunotherapy works by gradually reducing a person's sensitivity to their allergens.
The shots have been life-changing.
She can now enjoy all that the season has to offer. For today's Health Minute, I'm Holly Furfer.
All right, Holly, thank you. Even though fall is here, it still may feel like summer for a little longer. According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, much of the U.S. will have warmer than normal temperatures for part of this fall. So certainly that's good news probably for a lot of people. Not feeling it today, though. Pretty chilly out there. Happy Monday to all of you. Thanks so much for joining us here on WNY News Now. Alberta chiming in. She says it's her favorite season. My mom's too, Alberta. Me not so much. I suffer from some pretty thick fall allergies, so certainly I know how a lot of people feel out there. You get that sort of scratchy throat, runny eyes, and I always seem to get really bad headaches too, especially when the pressure changes, so certainly no fun. Cindy, hello to you. Hopefully you're doing well. Lakeith, thanks so much for joining us. Mark is here. Seth has joined us. Corey as well. Hello to all of you. Hopefully you're doing well and enjoying what we may have left of summer. I know it's kind of looking like rain out there. There's a live look over the HD News Now cam here in downtown Jamestown. Coming up next, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter. He's here with a look at this week's weather forecast, and if this rain that's falling right now will continue. And later, our Norm Rodriguez breaks down yesterday's Bills win when WNY News Now continues.
Extra, extra, read all about it. Not tomorrow, but right now on the WNY News Now mobile app. Follow local news as it happens.
Top story, a Forestville man's weather video has gone viral.
And stay informed with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network.
Our Matt Hummel is standing by live outside of Chautauqua County Court with more on this case. Matt, good afternoon to you.
Download the WNY News Now app right now. It's free on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
Now open in downtown Jamestown, Pearl City Hops Restaurant and Tavern.
I have some real old-timey dishes on there that I'm just giving new life to. Like there's a shepherd's pie on there that's going to have some bison in it, you know, real thick hearty gravy. Then I'm also doing beer flights. We're pairing it with a set of sliders, a set of tacos, and a set of mini rolls. So everything's going to have its own pair, so you can get a taste of a little bit of everything and all the beers. We don't want to be known as the restaurant in the hotel. We want to be known as Pearl City Hops.
First Defense Weather, the Southern Tier's only live and local weather source. Now, here's Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
And welcome back. And, you know, if you're dealing with the allergies, I feel you. I'm right in that same boat. Since today is the first day of fall, I showed this on Friday, wanted to mention it again. What exactly is an equinox? Well, the equinox basically means equal day and night. When we have an equinox, that means that the sun's rays are directly hitting the Earth's equator, and we have almost equal daylight and nighttime. It's not exactly equal, but it's close to equal across the entire globe. And this only happens twice a year, once in the spring and once in the fall. Everything else is a solstice, but the only two equinoxes are the spring equinox and, of course, the fall equinox. Here we go with this. Now, I threw this out on social media yesterday. It was incredibly warm yesterday, and we were very close to breaking records. Erie tied their record of 89 degrees set back in 1965. Dunkirk was 87. That was the official high. Record was 90, also set back in 65. Buffalo was 84 yesterday. 89 was the record, also set back in 1965. And Jamestown officially at 82, 1 degree shy of tying that 83-degree record. And again, all these records were set back in the early 60s. The early and mid 60s was incredibly warm across much of the Northeast, so there was a lot of records that were broken back then. All right, here's what's coming up here. So today, showers and a few rumbles of thunder definitely possible through the afternoon today. It's a cooler start to the week than where we were yesterday. It's feeling like the season, so we're bringing it in like fall. So how's that for you? Not a whole lot of rain coming, even though we do have some rain. It's not going to add up to too much, and temperatures shoot above average once again as we go throughout the later week. And just to mention this, NOAA does suggest that we're going to see warmer than average temperatures across much of the continental 48, cooler out to the west. This is going all the way out until the first week of October, so it looks like this is going to be warm. Now, we're not talking 90-degree temperatures, I don't think so, but what we're talking about here is temperatures above average. The average high this time of the year is 69, so add about 5 or 10 degrees on top of that. That's likely where we're going to be throughout the later week. Here's what's going on. We have rain that's pushing on through. This is the cold front that's going to move on through. This front is actually going to keep our temperatures cooler once again tomorrow, and all this rain is flowing out ahead of that front, and we already have the rain starting to come in now. We'll zoom in close. You can see that rain starting to come in from Erie County, PA, starting to come in into Chautauqua County, and that'll spread east throughout the day. Here it is on Future Scan. You can see this rain and thunderstorm activity coming in. Maybe a few rumbles of thunder definitely definitely possible in this. You can see that'll continue throughout the day, but again, it's not going to be all day rain this afternoon. There's going to be pockets of on again, off again type of rain. A few showers tonight, a few showers linger tomorrow morning. Otherwise, tomorrow afternoon should be dry with partial sunshine in between. All right, zone forecast here. We'll start eastern areas first. In the inland areas, temperatures here, maybe some spots across the lower elevations, upper 60s. Some spots may actually hit 70. On again showers, 10 to 15 degrees cooler from where we were yesterday, so you can get rid of those air conditioners at least for today, but it still will be a little bit muggy. Lake Erie shoreline here, maybe some spots may flirt with 70, a few thunder showers, but otherwise a typical fall afternoon. Here comes the future. 67 is our forecasted high tomorrow. Again, early showers in the morning, partial sunshine in the afternoon. 73 Wednesday, should be mostly sunny. You can see temperatures start to warm up later in the week into the weekend, and on Sunday there is a chance for a morning shower, but otherwise the day, once again, should be mainly dry. Sports is next. Don't go away.
Invest in your business or cause by letting the marketing gurus at WNY News Now and WNY Media Company grow your business.
Purchase an ad much like the one you are watching now on WNY News Now's daily show, News Now at Noon, WNYNewsNow.com, or our brand new mobile app.
And then get feedback from our marketing experts and fans alike.
And finally, watch your business grow.
As an added bonus, Community Partners messages will run not only on our scheduled programming, but on weather alerts and breaking news as well.
Plus, messages are shared on WNY Sports Now programming. Anything from a live local basketball game to the Phone Zone Sports Desk.
Become part of our family today.
And contact us right now.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news. WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at phonezoneshop.com.
Happy Manic Monday, sports fans, and welcome back to WNY News Now. I'm Norm Rodriguez with a look at sports. The Jamestown Rebels completed the 2019 NAHL Showcase over the weekend on Saturday, going 0-4 in their games. Jamestown lost all 4 of the games by 1 goal. The Rebels lost 1-0 to the Austin Bruins, 2-1 against the Minnesota Magicians, 4-3 versus the Kenai River Brown Bears, and another 1-0 loss, this time against the Topeka Pilots. Jamestown's regular season will begin in less than 2 weeks, as they will host the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights for their first 2 games of the regular season on October 4th and 5th. The Buffalo Bills are now off to a 3-0 start for the first time since 2011, pulling off a 21-17 win over the Cincinnati Bengals, foiling their comeback attempt. Josh Allen tossed for 243 yards, 1 touchdown, and an interception. Frank Gore rushed for 76 yards and the game-winning touchdown in the final 2 minutes, ending a 17-0 run after Buffalo had a 14-0 lead. Tre'Davious White finished with 2 interceptions for Buffalo's defense. For Cincy, Andy Dalton threw for 249 yards, a touchdown, and a pair of interceptions. Dalton also ran for a score. Buffalo will be back in action next Sunday at 1 o'clock on CBS as they will have their first test of the season hosting the New England Patriots, who are also 3-0. Tonight with an 8:15 kickoff, the 0-2 Washington Redskins will be hosting the 1-1 Chicago Bears for Monday Night Football. Washington is coming off of a 31-21 loss against their division rival Dallas Cowboys last week, Week 2 on Sunday. Meanwhile, the Bears got their first win of the season last Sunday, defeating the Denver Broncos 16-14 on a game-winning 53-yard field goal by Eddie Pinheiro as time expired. The game will be televised on ESPN. That's it for sports today. Justin, back to you.
All right, Norm, thank you very much. The bat signal was seen across buildings and in the night sky in cities across the world over the weekend to mark Batman Day. On September 21st, 1929, the first Batman comic was released in New York City, known as Gotham in those comics. To mark the occasion, the bat signal was displayed on the Domino Sugar Refinery in Brooklyn, New York. The bat signal was also seen on several other places, including Berlin, Johannesburg, London, Melbourne, Rome, and Tokyo. Pretty cool, Dakota, for a lot of Batman fans out there, and certainly they had a pretty good weekend for it too, to be outside and
it's Melbourne, by the way.
Melbourne,
yes.
Australia, right?
Yes.
Yes. So.
Oh well, it could be Florida too, because there's a Melbourne, Florida, which is on the Atlantic coast.
Right. Which I know all very well. So. But yeah, pretty cool to see. Yeah. So tomorrow is another big day here at WNY News Now. We're talking about big birthdays. Dakota will be celebrating a birthday, so be sure to tune in tomorrow for that because we have a lot of fun planned. So.
I can only imagine what they're going to do to me this year.
And it's also Norm's big anniversary too. He's been with us for a year.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did start on my birthday last year.
Yes, he did.
Yes.
So, is Norm? Are you still mic'd up here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
So, yeah, you want to come back out on the sports set, and we'll talk. So, yeah, big 1 year anniversary for you. I guess. What's it like doing sports? Because it's a lot different than news. That's for sure.
Wait, are you saying you want me to go to the green screen again?
Yeah. Please, come on out.
Okay, let me.
Secret, Norm. What are you doing, man?
Or let me set my seat up and
So yeah.
Okay.
So what's it like celebrating your big 1 year anniversary?
Man, feels like it's been since yesterday that I've been here. It's been that quick.
Right. It certainly has. So I guess doing sports. This has been a long time passion. I think a lot of people maybe don't realize is you're a sports genius because no. Like you know anything about like can you explain that a little bit?
When I was younger, I started learning the NFL watching a lot of Super Bowl tapes. My grandparents had them, my uncle had them on both sides of the family. I could tell you the first 25 Super Bowls before I was 10 years old.
Wow, so that's really incredible. So is football kind of like your thing then?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, good for you.
Okay, so I have a question for you, Norm. Then Super Bowl 42. Do you think the New England Patriots were shafted out of their perfect season? Because the Giants sucked that year, and
well, here's the thing:
the Patriots went 16-0.
The reason why the Giants won that was because of their defense. They had O.C. Umenyiora and they had Michael Strahan, and the thing that saved Eli Manning was that David Tyree catch on his head. If he doesn't go for that, Rodney Harrison has that interception, and you go 19-0. But unfortunately for you, that didn't happen.
No.
Unfortunately for Bills fans, though.
Just say it like it is, Norm. New England was shafted. Speaking of being shafted, let's take a look at the planner for tomorrow afternoon. And tomorrow starts in the mid to upper 70s. A few showers in the morning, clears out for the afternoon, and temperatures should rebound into the mid to upper 60s through the afternoon.
All right, Dakota, thank you very much. A lot drier than today. Congrats, Norm. We're very grateful to have you here. So.
I'll give you a cheesecake later. Come by the weather office after the show. And never mind. That's internal stuff. See you tomorrow.
You just wait till tomorrow.
Oh,
it's all coming out. Get ready.
Last year, I swear, Justin fiddled with my jacket because I had a button pop off as I walked off the walls. So, what's he going to do to me this year? Screw up my weather clicker?
Well, we will know tomorrow. We'll leave you with a live look over downtown Jamestown via the HD News Now cam. When you're on the go, stay in the know. Download WNY News Now's mobile app. Just search WNY News Now wherever you get apps. We're back tomorrow. Hope to see you then.